the mark of the beast president, giving all praises and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kwadash, Shalom, to the hopefully elect, male and female, and children, to the 1/3. Here's another video. I hate to sound like a broken record on the mark of the beast, but this guy right here has to be the guy that's gonna usher in fully the mark, whether it's the actual microchip or whether they made miniature chips that are in the current thing, or maybe they will work together. That's why you got to be mindful of everything, especially in this year, 2021, the year of hastening of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Anyway, what I did was, and I mentioned this in the previous video, be mindful of everything about the current president. And I mentioned that he had, this is, by the way, this is from cspan.com. I'll leave the, or .org. I'll leave the link in the description box. And this is going to be one of, I'm going to put this in my favorites. Anyway, this is, okay, this is from September 12th. So I guess they have every C-SPAN telecast on this site here. September 12th, 2005. So we're talking 10, we're talking like 15, 16 years, 16 years. Ago, and this is when the confirmation of Justice Roberts, Chief Justice Roberts, was being confirmed, and this is when this is before Barack Obama became the president. I don't even know if he wasn't even a nominee. He wasn't even he came on the scene. In 2005, Barack Obama wasn't, nobody knew this guy. Nobody knew this guy. He just came out of nowhere from Chicago. Anyway, it says, and I'm going to definitely leave the link in the description box so you can read this yourself. Roberts, September 12th, 2005, clip of Roberts' confirmation hearing, day 1. This clip, title, and description were not created by a C-SPAN. User clip. Judge Roberts' confirmation. Here is Vice President Biden's comment. This was before he was vice president. This is when he was a senator. Joe Biden. Now, you want some scriptures? Read Revelation, the 13th chapter, because we done, beat these scriptures into the wall on the mark of the beast, which is a handful of scriptures. If any other precepts come to mind, I'll bring it up. See, this is the time we're supposed to get into the prophetic scriptures. When you watch us, the apostles, we do it over and over again. We're always going into some breakdown, especially myself, whether it be Daniel, Ezekiel, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Obadiah, Joel, and the list goes on and on. Revelation, the Lord in Matthew's 24, Luke 21, Mark 13, Peter speaking about it in 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, starting from the 10th verse. So these disciples, which became apostles, were prophets as well. These individuals were the great prophets in the past. You know, Peter, Paul, John, James, you know, Andrew, Bartholomew, Mark, Thomas, Philip, just to name most of them. These 12 were actually the prophets, the great prophets in the past, such as Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezekiel, Obadiah, Zephaniah, Zechariah, Joel, Haggai, Hosea. You know, the list goes on and on. These prophets, you know, we know and understand reincarnation, so we keep coming back in our lot. If you were a prophet in the past, you're going to come back as a prophet. If you were a demon in the past, you're going to come back as a demon. So let me read this again. It said, here is Vice President Biden's comment on an electronic ID tag or the microchip. Let me read that again. So, I mean, if you can't see this, if you're teaching something other than what Great Millstone is teaching, then you're either a complete dummy or the Most High just close your eyes, or you know what this is all about, but you get somebody, you know, gave you a purse. It's one of those three things. Or a fourth thing, you're full of pride because you can see it and you ain't gonna say, yeah, it's true, because you would have to say GMS was correct. So you're in a corner right now. You know, I'm thinking about the so-called Bishop Nate, when they kicked us out of the school back in 1997 because of the whole Cornelius thing, and he had to one day come to the realization that we were right, so he did a video on it, but forgot to mention, oh, by the way, I didn't think Cornelius was an Israelite. I thought he was an Edomite, but the Spirit opened my eyes so that I can see that Cornelius is an Israelite, and I'd like to apologize to Tahar, Gabar, Rakar, Ariam Lab, and the rest of the brothers. I'm not going to mention all their names, but they were all there. The brothers from Connecticut, let's say, which are still in the truth. So, you know, if Nate ever says, I didn't say this or I said that, well, the thing is, that's a trial. Do you have witnesses? Guess what? We have all the guys from Connecticut, even the ones that so-called fell out. We keep in contact. We know them guys. We still run into them guys. Now, maybe one or two of them, I know one of them was up in age and passed, but he was a demon any goddamn way. So, but if there was 15 of them there, we can get 14 of them to come down to the trial. So where's your witnesses at, Nate? You don't have none. All them guys that was with you fell off. Now you have individuals that was at the meeting there as also as witnesses. Because you said in one video, well, you did say that, yeah, Tahar was right on the Cornelius thing, but he was teaching that you can rape little 6-year-old girls, which I never said that. Never said that. And then that there was a council about it. And there was no council about that. That thing was brought up real quick. We said we can prove it, and they said, nope, you can't prove it because it's not in there. So you being found out, Nate, that you're a goddamn demon, man. And you were wrong back then, and you're gonna be wrong this time. But you know what? The people that are following you, those zombies that are following you, they're gonna continue to follow because they really don't use intellect. Their spiritual eyes are not open. You know, some of them are breaking off. Like you got this guy, Captain, formerly known as Captain Oziah, which he broke off. He did another video. Now, I don't know why this guy would break off and still use the name Christ. This man is a highly intelligent man. Why would you use the word Christ, man? The Lord's name is Yahweh and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. And Nate even said that. Years ago, Nate did a thing on his webpage where he mentioned the name of the Most High. And he said one of the names of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. I remember when Shakya, when he was down with the IUIC, he would use Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. I remember Bishop Kanai, I remember him using the names Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And there were several others that were using the name Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. But from what I heard from Shakya, the very day he broke off, or the week or whatever he broke off, he made a video and he set up a page called Strong Tower. And the first thing he did was praise Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Stop using the name Christ. And he said that the reason why everybody used the word Christ, because they had a meeting that they would agree on using the names Jesus and Christ. Now it says in what is that? Exodus 23 about following a multitude to do evil. Let me bring it up, and I'm gonna get back into this. Biden is the microchip president, and he has to be the last guy. We thought Nero, aka Trump, was gonna be the guy. This is the guy. This has to be the guy. Anyway, what is that? Is that Exodus or Leviticus? Actually, I believe it's Leviticus. Let's find out. Excuse me. I should have known this. Okay, it came right. It went right to it. Exodus, Leviticus 23. Let's see what that says. Let's see what that says. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Exodus. It's Exodus. Bear with me for a minute, because I'm in a room with no lights on. Okay, Exodus. Okay, Exodus 23 verse 1. Thou shalt not raise a false report, meaning lie on somebody. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. So when somebody says we're going to agree to call on the name of the Lord as Jesus, or the name of the Son of the Lord, Jesus the Christ, and prior to having that meeting, you called on Kanai, Shakya, and some others, they would say Yahweh Shai. So they decided to have a meeting and say we're going to use the word Jesus the Christ, and you go with it. That's following a multitude to do evil. It said, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many, to wrestle judgment. This is why this man, Captain Uzziah, came back, because he was lambasted again, if that's an actual word. Bear me for a minute. Exodus 23 verse 13, and in all things that I have said unto you, this is the law, because they always push the law, the law, the law. Be circumspect and make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. Now let me explain that. I can say Satan. I can say Satan. I can say Allah. I can say Christ. I can say Jesus. I can say Buddha. But if I'm saying it like I'm praising Buddha, you can't do that. You know, when you say the true name of the Lord, you're saying it in honor of the Lord. Let me I don't want to stay on this. Okay, when the word make mention in this particular verse right here, Exodus 23 verse 13, mention the word there is zakar, which means to remember, recall, call to mind, to remember, recall, to be brought to remembrance. In other words, to venerate the Lord's name. In other words, you don't venerate another God's name. And that's what you're saying when you do your Passover. And for this guy, Captain Uzziah, to leave, to break himself off from the IUIC and yet still use the word Christ, there's a problem with that. Now, if he wants to do it, that's on him. That's on him. But I'll say this. If Nate continued like he started, because at one time he was using the name Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. The proof of that, there's a 2-hour plus video of him and Bunyamin where he goes all into it for 2 hours, proving that the name of the Most High is Yahweh and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. So had he kept that name and Uzziah had broken off from them, Uzziah would not say, well, we're going to call him Christ. He would have most likely called on the name of Yahweh, the true name Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai. And then Nate, for some reason, calls the Lashawan Quadash Ebonics. So he got demons on him. Anyway, let me come back. Hope I didn't lose a page here. Okay, here it is. And when I send you this link, you can actually watch the clip. The actual clip is 8 minutes long. And then you have the actual transcript that you can actually read. So let me go right to where he says what he says. Okay, there's no paragraph. It's just straight up him talking shit. But you'll be able to see it. You could be able to read it off the screen here. So it says here, what is this, October 26th. The actual confirmation was on September, the month of September 2005. Hearing, and here's Biden, the senator, talking to Justice Roberts. And I quote, "We will be faced with equally consequential decisions in the 21st century." What century are we in? We're in the 21st century. Can a microscopic tag be implanted? Can a microscopic tag be implanted in a person's body? When you go to Revelation 13, right hand, forehead. To track his every movement. There is actual discussion about that. You will rule on that. Mark my words before your tenure is over. Can brain scans, that's the mark in your forehead or in your right hand. He said the body, which is your right hand. Your forehead, which is your brain. Can brain is inclined toward criminality. And that, right away I think of the movie with Tom Cruise. Damn, what's the name of the damn movie? Somebody put it in the description box. I can't think of it right now. It'll come back to me. What is it? Something Report. Damn. Morality Report, something like that. Somebody put it in the description box. It says, can someone put can brain scans be used to Minority Report, what they did in that movie, which is a good movie, in one of Tom Cruise better movies, futuristic, where they can grab you up, bring you to court, and they can record what's in your brain because you thought about killing somebody. So that's what this guy's talking about now. In the 21st century. It says, can brain scans be used to determine whether a person is inclined toward criminality or violent behavior? You will rule on that and judge. I need to know whether you will be a justice who believes that the constitutional journey must continue to speak to these consequential decisions. So Senator Biden is telling this guy, you're going to be the Chief Justice, and you're going to have to deal with these decisions, and being that we're in the 21st century. And before your tenure is over, you're going to have to make a decision. So why would he say that way back in 2005? Because they already had it in the plans. Remember, this is an agenda. This agenda started from 1776, May 1st, 1776. It says that the constitutional journey must continue to speak to these consequential decisions. So there's going to be a big thing about whether people will get marked or, in other words, they can't do nothing with this vaccination because it has to go up to the Supreme Court, whether it's constitutional or not. And they're going to make it, they're going to say, yes, it's constitutional. Or that we have gone for enough, enough in protecting, you got these words that are jumbled together. In protecting, it should be in protecting, not one word, in protecting against government intrusions into our autonomy, into the most personal decisions we make, Judge. That is why this is, a critical, you got the words all in one, and critical all in one moment. These are elected officials in this government. And it reads on, I'm not going to read anymore, but if this guy is not telling you, and they must know that the mark of the beast is the microchip. He must know that the microscopic tag to be implanted in a person's body to track his every movement. I'm reading, and I quote, they must know that this is the mark of the beast. That's why they can't tell you that. They can't tell you that this is the mark of the beast. He wants to tell you that because he knows, but he's not going to tell you. He's sworn to secrecy. And that's why they're pushing this thing on the 12 tribes. And they cut up the 12 tribes into three sections. The Negroids, the Indians and the Latinos, which represent the 12 tribes of Israel. They're focusing on these people, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. So they obviously know that those are the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next one.